Today I'm going to talk about how to create a Windows Server box to be used in Linux KVM virtualization. Basically, I've used from RGL account on GitHub Windows Vagrant project. I cloned this project, and after cloning, there is only one command, one make command, which it's running all the scripts, which finally, so the result of this command, of make command, it's creating this Windows Server box for Linux virtualization, for Libvirt KVM, Linux kernel virtualization. After the box is created, the box it's initialized for Vagrant, and with Vagrant app command, the virtual machine is started, and we can connect on the machine, and when connected in machine, we can start PowerShell, and also we can connect with remote desktop to enter also in graphical mode. So basically, it's very simple. There are a few lines in order to create a Windows Server box, but it takes, in order to complete all the scripts, take a lot of processing power and a lot of time. Basically 2 hours until the virtual box, Windows Server box is created. So these are all the commands that have to be executed. And now I want to present also in detail. So the first command, it's to build all the scripting. Here it's where I've cloned the project. As we can see, there are 3 Windows Server versions, 2016, 2019, and 2020. I built all the 3 Windows Server versions. First one is Windows Server 2016. The make command. First part, it's to download the Windows Server ISO. Then on this ISO, it's the image it's started, and it's packing because Packer it's the tool. So the script, this is one Packer script, and as we can see, there is a link from software download Microsoft.com with the Windows Server 2016 data center evaluation. And this is the script, and this is the KVM QAMU KVM part. Also in this scripting, in this script, Packer script, there is also a procedure for VirtualBox and Hyper-V, but when we are executing this make, the fact that there is a libvirt in the parameter, it's not executing all the other boxes. So it's downloading the Windows Server ISO. It's putting a lot of files, drivers, and afterwards, when the machine was started, there are a lot of PowerShell scripts which are launched, basically to disable Windows updates, to disable Windows Defender, to restart. It's restarting, shutdown, restart. It's afterwards another PowerShell scripts are launched. As you can see, also it's also creating the accounts, administrative accounts. Also, we have here Windows updates. Also, a restart. This restart took a little bit longer because all the downloaded uploads, all the downloaded updates were installed. The machine was restarted. Another scripts. As you can see here, we have a script which is enabling remote desktop in order to be able to connect into the machine. In the end, the temporary files are deleted, and as you can see here, in almost in 2 hours, the box was completed. This is the box, Windows 2016 AMD 64 Libvirt box. So this is how the box was created, and after the box was created, the second part, I've put the box in a new folder called Vagrant Libvirt Win. This is the Libvirt box. I put also this PowerShell script because on this PowerShell script, which is disabling Windows Defender, the version of this script that was included on the project has one extra parameter of Windows Defender, which triggers errors, and the build script is not finished. So I had to to disable only Windows Defender. There were two Windows Defender modules. I disabled only one in order to in order that the script finishes with success. So I created a new folder. I put in the new folder the box created with Packer script and Vagrant box list command didn't have the Windows 2016, only 2019 and 2022. So this means that the Windows Server 2016 I created the last was created last, and in order to add the new created box, as we can see, after the box was finished, we have here the message how to add the box to local Vagrant environment. So I've added the new box, Windows Server 2016 box. As you can see here in green, the box was added successfully for Libvirt provider. At this time, after the box was added, in the images, in the Libvirt images, as we can see, the box wasn't imported. This Libvirt image library, it's used for Terraform. And in order to be used, the box to be used with Vagrant, we have to initialize Vagrant with the new box. And the Vagrant init command, it's creating a Vagrant file. So you can see that a Vagrant file was created. The most important thing that was put in this Vagrant file was the name of the box. And after the Vagrant environment was initialized, we can start Vagrant, which basically it's starting the virtual machine. And when the virtual machine is started, the image was from the box, from the initial box, it was created an image that was put in Libvirt library of images, and this is the whole process. As you can see here, it was the process was started with success. And in order to see if Vagrant was okay, with Vagrant status, we can see that the virtual machine is running. And in order to enter from command line with Vagrant SSH and the name of the virtual machine. In my case, it's default because I didn't put a name, and I've initialized the Vagrant environment. And with Vagrant SSH command, basically I'm jumping from Linux into Windows image with Open SSH protocol. Of course, the Packer scripts when the KVM image was created, the, the process in the process of image creation, the OpenSSH was added to the initial Windows Server ISO. So in the original Windows Server ISO, the OpenSSH service wasn't included. In the process of virtual of the box creation, the OpenSSH was added and was enabled to the remote access. So as you can see, I've entered on Windows machine with Vagrant user, and I was presented with Windows command prompt. And in Windows command prompt, we can switch to PowerShell. And as you can see, host name of the machine, IP, but not only uh, not only OpenSSH remote control was added, also in the machine. Let me start the machine. This is the machine. In this machine, in the box creation, also was enabled remoting remote desktop. So I can open the machine. Vagrant by default, the Vagrant user is created with the Vagrant password. After the machine was created, I installed also Google Chrome to see that the internet, as you can see here, Windows Server 2016 standard evaluation, and the license is valid for 180 days. So by default, internet access it's enabled. So this is KVM way of accessing the virtual machining graphical interface. But as I said, there is also remote desktop. 192.168.121.31, 121.31. This is the IP. Is the same IP from the command line access. So let me access the virtual machine also with remote desktop protocol. User Vagrant, this is the IP of the machine. Okay. So I'm going to stop the machine because it's working a little bit harder. Shut down. So basically, this is how Windows Server virtual machine was started, and virtual box. Basically, it's not a virtual box, the software. Basically, it's just a box because it's not about virtual box. It's about KVM. A box, it's a KVM box. It's not a virtual box. But it's a little bit tricky because the box is for virtualization, but it's not about virtual box tool, virtual box software for virtualization. Okay, these are the Packer scripts which are creating the boxes. Libvirt KVM boxes. Also, in similar way, I've created Windows Server 2022 the same way. Make build Windows, the similar make command. The same way the Windows ISO was downloaded. A lot of drivers were uploaded in the image, a lot of scripting, some scripts have some errors, but we can ignore the errors. In the end, also in similar way, also the Windows Server 2022 was created, and as you can see, in a similar way, similar make command for Windows Server 2019. So basically, I created 3 machines for each box. Basically, 2 hours of waiting, but all the images in the end were usable. And the second project, so first project, it's Windows. So first project creates Vagrant boxes for the three Windows Server version, and the second project, Terraform Libvirt Windows example. The second project, uh, uh, in the second project, we have a Terraform script how to use the Vagrant box with Vagrant box that we created, how to use in Terraform scripts to create virtual machines via Terraform. So once a box for Libvirt provider is created, a KVM box, let's call it like this. After we have a KVM box, basically this box we can use it directly. We can use it via graphical interface with the virtual machine manager. We can use it to start the VM, to stop the VM. We can also we can do it in graphical interface, in this graphical interface, or we can what we can do from a graphical interface, basically to start and stop, to restart the VM. We can do it also via Linux commands. Vir sh commands. Also, we can manage the KVM box with Terraform, or we can manage the KVM box. We can manage it also with to include it in Terraform scripting. So this is what I wanted to present for today. Thank you very much for your attention.